The very third activity that we need to avoid in this month, although it will be difficult for us to do that, but we need to reduce it, because there are people who will actually go to work in the month of Ramadan or whilst they are fasting, and there are people whose activities or the work that they do will actually weaken their body. So a little rest is not bad for such people. But even that, when it becomes more frequent, what I mean to is when the sleep becomes more frequent, then that person is actually wasting his time, because he will not have the time to do all the acts of worship that is supposed to be done in that day. And before you realize, it is time for iftar, which has been all the plan all along. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all knoweth and merciful. And so the activity that you need to avoid now is oversleeping. A lot of us will only go to bed in order to speed up or shorten the fast, which is not right, because you need to be soaked in the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you sleep during the moment that you could be worshipping your Lord or reading the Quran or saying dhikr, when are you going to have time to do all the other activities or all the other acts of worship that is going to be of beneficial to you in this dunya and in the hereafter? Are you going to do it in the evening? Are you going to do it at dawn? Are you going to do it in the morning? Or you are going to do it after Ramadan? Now remember that you don't know whether you are going to meet the next Ramadan. You don't know whether Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written your name in those who are going to be fasting in the next year. So it is of great importance, it is of great time for you to use this Ramadan to do all the necessary acts of worship that you can do, so that you can attain the forgiveness for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that you can attain the mercy for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and so that you can attain the intercession for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from hellfire to Jannah. And all these activities can only be done with a very good plan. So if you don't plan your day very well, if you don't plan the Ramadan very well, then you are going to fall short as the days go by. And in all of us to do this, in our very next video, I'm going to provide to you a very short draft or a timetable that we are going to use, you and I, to utilize this month of Ramadan, so that we can all attain the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and yes, the Jannah of Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.